Welcome back to Down the Track, and it was a Tuesday doubleheader. The first game, huge win for KKR. It really helps them in the playoff race. They have defeated the Delhi Capitals. A brilliant performance by them. First of all, with the ball, they were outstanding. Despite the Shikhar Dhawan and Smith getting to a start, KKR didn't let Delhi get away with it. They picked up wickets consistently. Owen Morgan really shuffled his bowlers really well. He kept changing it, and he got them at the right time. We criticized his captaincy in the last game where he didn't give Narayan the penultimate over, but these things happen in cricket, and he's a risk taker. He took risks again. He gave Ferguson just a couple of overs. Sandeep Warrior just 2 overs, and he gave Venkatesh Iyer 4 overs, and Venkatesh Iyer responded with 2 wickets. Even Narayan, 4 overs, 18 runs, 2 wickets. Pick up the bowlers. Lockie Ferguson himself, 2 overs, 10 runs, 2 wickets. Sadly picking up a wicket as well. So the wickets being distributed amongst everyone. Varun Chakravarti went wicketless, but he bowled brilliantly in economy of just 6. It was a fantastic bowling performance from KKR. Delhi, I felt that middle order has become an issue now. The lower middle order has become an issue now with Stoinis not there. After Hetmeyer, there's Lalit Yadav, Akshar Patel, Ashwin. They didn't chip in, and that they were exposed because they also haven't batted as much, to be fair, because the top order, Shikhar Dhawan, Prithvi Shaw, Iyer, Pant, these guys normally get the job done. But in these situations, you will have to, there will be situations, especially towards the end of the tournament, where you will have to step up. The lower middle order will have to step up, and that looks a bit shaky to me for Delhi. The top order will have a bad day. Iyer, 1 of 5. It wasn't his best day. Rishabh Pant, I felt that he could have carried on. He got a good start, 39 of 36. Same could be said about Steve Smith and Shikhar Dhawan. They all got starts. So on this pitch, when you do get a start, you'll have to try to capitalize. For the new batsman, it becomes difficult, and we saw that for both teams. And but KKR were the smarter team. They batted sensibly. Like, even though they lost wickets, I wouldn't say they batted sensibly, but they kept playing aggressive cricket, and that let the boundaries flow. I think Delhi got into a shell a bit, whereas KKR kept attacking. And I think on a small ground like this, you have to still try to get the boundaries no matter what. It's a difficult to pitch. We saw Sunrisers not chase 126, 127 on this, and Delhi could have defended. They had the bowling to defend it, but it was the approach from KKR. They kept going. When Narayan came in as well, he got like 20 of 6 balls, right, with the bat. So it's about getting those boundaries, especially when you're chasing on this very difficult pitch. Shuman Gill gave them a really good start, KKR, in the second innings. Venkatesh Iyer run a ball, and then Nitish Rana. I think Nitish Rana and Sunil Narayan, their contributions were key. Dinesh Karthik gave Nitish Rana some support as well. That's where it turned the momentum, and Narayan just came in and put the nail in the coffin. I was surprised with Rishabh Pant's captaincy. We saw this similar with Morgan. He gave Ferguson just the 2 overs. Same thing with Nokia. I felt that he could have bowled a bit more. Lalit Yadav was very expensive. Fine, with KKR, Venkatesh Iyer stepped up. He bowled amazing, so they continued with him. But over here, when Yadav is expensive, and is bowling to the left-handers, it suits the left-handed batsman. I think they should have tried Nokia, made it a bit more difficult. They could have they could have taken this game closer. KKR did lose 7 wickets, so Delhi could have defended this total. I just felt a bit smarter captaincy could have made this game a bit tighter. And Rabada again, it picked up a wicket. He was slightly expensive. I think Akshar Patel was absolutely brilliant. Avesh Khan, outstanding. The way Avesh Khan has been bowling this tournament, India's future is bright. Ashwin as well was really good, but I think Rabada to a certain extent, but Lalit Yadav more let them down, in terms of easing the pressure off KKR in a small chase. And I think that goes to show the approach. You have to keep attacking even if the pitch is bad. And in a low-scoring affair, the more boundaries scored, you're going to win the game. And yeah, I think a huge win for KKR. They should be really happy with this performance. They beat the most informed team. I felt Delhi and Chennai both are the more the informed teams, the teams to beat in this tournament. But Delhi overall, the package I thought was outstanding, especially their fast bowlers. It's very difficult to play them. But I think KKR, because they restricted them, put the pressure on the fast bowlers. You're going to make mistakes when you're defending a low score. You're going to make mistakes. And credit to Owen Morgan and Brendan McCullum. and the entire team. I think the way they've stepped up, Varun Chakravarti, after getting the India call up, he has it's not phased him. It's phased other cricketers. To be fair, the other cricketers who are playing right now, it's phased them. The India call up, like, I mean, it's affected them kind of because all the pressure is on them. Whereas Varun Chakravarti is just doing the same thing. He's coming in, he's bowling, and the good thing is he's like, even if he's not picking up wickets, he's tying things down at one end, and that makes it difficult to hit. I know, like, he's a mystery bowler, but they've played him for a while now. It's been a couple of years, and he's still bringing up new variations. That's the key with Varun Chakravarti. Keep getting in new variations, make it difficult to score off him. And yeah, hats off to him, I think. And Ferguson as well. I said this before the start of the restart, that if Ferguson will be key for KKR, because now he doesn't have to compete with Pat Cummins. He's the spearhead, and he can just bowl every game and take that responsibility. And he's loving it. He's absolutely loving it. So just to end this off, I think KKR now really find themselves in the playoff position. They'll have to cement themselves. They have to win a few more games. They're a difficult team to beat. The only thing about them is consistency. They need to gather that consistency. And they learned from their last game where Jadeja hit them for sixes. They learned from that. They came in a much more improved performance. They didn't leak runs in the death this time. So credit to them. And I wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs, to be honest. They're a team with the individual brilliance, but also collectively they can come at you with the ball, with the bat as well. So yeah, dangerous team, KKR, and if they can beat Delhi, they can beat anybody on their day. So they took Chennai till the end as well. I think that wraps it up. The second game is going on now. Mumbai Indians versus Punjab Kings. That's a very important game as well in terms of the playoff race. Let's see what happens there. I will catch you after that game. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.